Hello there, I'm Michael Stapleton, the owner of ProVeritate, a virtual CFO practice based in Melbourne. Today I'm going to talk to you about hedging your foreign currency risk, but more importantly, about how you can work out whether or not you're getting a fair deal from your currency provider. Now I know this can be a pretty dry and technical topic, but I promise you, if you stay with me, you will learn stuff that will save you thousands of dollars every year. Before I continue, I'd like to acknowledge the help of Rowan Murphy from Encore FX. You'll find Rowan on LinkedIn. Look him up. He's a good guy. Okay, let's get to the information piece. And that is, did you know that for the first time since the year 2000, the forward points for the Australian dollar US dollar cross are consistently trading at a premium? Wow, there's a mouthful of jargon in that, isn't there? So let's see if we can't simplify that down a bit. If the spot rate for the Australian dollar US dollar cross is 75 cents and the forward points are trading at a premium, then when you enter into a forward exchange contract, you should be receiving a rate that is higher than spot. So you should be seeing a rate of 75.10, 75.15, whatever it is. When the forward points are at a premium, the forward exchange rate should be higher than the spot rate. Now, if you're an importer, this is great news because it means the Australian dollar cost of the stuff you're bringing in just went down. If you're an exporter, it's not such good news because unfortunately, the number of Australian dollars you receive from selling your stuff overseas will be less. For the importers out there, if you're not seeing forward exchange rates that are higher than spot, you need to ask your currency provider why not. Now, I don't know about you, but I think this is pretty valuable information. But the real question is, how do you as a business owner get the knowledge you need so you don't have to sit here watching someone like me on a video like this spoon feed you info? Well, I'm going to help you understand how to get the knowledge as well. Every forward exchange rate is worked out using a mathematical formula. It's the same formula every time, and the variables that go in it are the same every time. And the two variables that matter the most to you as a business owner are the interest rates in the two countries that make up the currency pair you wish to hedge. Interest rates are publicly quoted. You can find out the interest rates in Australia, the interest rates in Britain, the interest rates in the US, in New Zealand, in Europe. You can look them up, they're there. So interest rates matter, but more importantly, the difference between the interest rates in the two countries of the currency pair you wish to hedge. So how do we use those interest rates to tell whether or not the forward points are at a premium or a discount, and whether or not you should be seeing forward exchange rates that are higher or lower than spot? The answer to that is in understanding the hierarchy of how a currency pair is quoted. So the first currency in every pair is called the base currency. The second currency of every pair is called the quote currency. And when you understand that hierarchy, you can then apply the following rule. When the interest rates of the base country are lower than the interest rates of the quote country, then the forward points for that currency pair will be trading at a premium. You should be seeing forward exchange rates that are higher than spot when the interest rates for the base country are lower than the interest rates of the quote country. The converse applies. When the interest rates of the base country are higher than the interest rates of the quote country, then the forward points of that currency pair will be trading at a discount, and you should be seeing forward exchange rates that are lower than the spot rate. Now, why is it that when the forward points are at a premium that you don't see a forward exchange rate that is higher than spot? And the answer to that is because the currency providers are loading up the Australian dollar interest rate with additional margin, making more money, and changing the relationship between the interest rates of the two countries so that instead of the Australian dollar interest rates being lower than the US dollar interest rates, they become higher. The forward points move from premium to discount, and instead of seeing a forward exchange rate that is higher than spot, you see a forward exchange rate that's lower than spot. That's what's going on. That's the knowledge. So how do you use this knowledge? Well, if you follow the link below, it will take you to a tool that I've built. It's on my website, you can download it. If you follow the instructions in that tool and enter the information that it asks for, it will calculate for you the forward exchange rate based on that info. You can then compare that to the forward exchange rate that's been quoted by your currency provider and see the difference. The tool will also reverse engineer that formula and work out how much is being loaded in, what margin is being loaded into the Australian dollar interest rates to get the outcome, the quote that you're receiving. Keep a record of this information over time, and you have a powerful set of information that you can use to challenge your currency provider and get a better deal. Now, this is only a fraction of the kind of stuff that I do for my clients. And if you think it's interesting, and if you think it's relevant, and if you want to know more, make contact with me. All my details are on LinkedIn. I'd love to have a chat to you. I'd like to find out about your business, and I'd like to see if there's a way I can help.